What's up, guys and girls? My name's Zane, and today we're going to be talking about the Forex industry. And what we're going to cover today is essentially my opinion, my genuine opinion on the Forex industry, why I do believe it's messed up, but why I also believe it's one of the best ways to make money. And we're also going to start touching upon some of those reasons why the Forex industry is the way it is, why it is messed up. But towards the end of the video, I'm actually going to share with you what you can start to do to really cut out the bullshit and hone in on being able to get going and give you the best probability for success when it comes down to trading, guys. So stay tuned towards the end of the video because I will be sharing that at the end. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. First of all, my opinion, right? My genuine opinion is that I do believe it's messed up, but I do believe it's the best way, or one of the best ways, to generate income in 2021 and moving forward. Now, the reason I believe it's messed up is because we've heard the stat that 90% of traders lose 90% of their money in 90 days. And that is unfortunately a fact. 90% of traders don't succeed. It's such a big statistic, and it's such a big percentage of people that don't become successful through it. Now, the reasons for that I'm going to touch on as we move on into this video, but I just wanted to state that for you guys. And on top of that, I just feel like it's also becoming even more messed up recently because of the amount of people promoting their own courses, the people on Instagram just bashing other traders and having, social media wars with other traders and calling other people out, and just so they can promote their courses more, and the scammers that are involved, and there's all of these different things, and there's just so much noise that for the new trader, if you're one of them, or for you just starting out or researching, it's so hard to know where to start. Like, there's so much information out there from so many different people. Like, I don't even know what's credible and what's not. Where do I start? Like, that's what I feel like, especially coming into 2021. There's been so many different courses and these stupid algorithm things, and it's just like, I don't even understand like why there's so much out there now, and there's so many different people promoting shit, and it's like there's so many copycats as well. And so for you, if you're a new trader and you're starting out or you're on your journey, it's very difficult to know where to get your information from. And now, having said that, yes, all of those things are true, but I believe the Forex industry is the best way to make money. Once we can cut out all of that shit, I believe once we hone in on a strategy that works for us and our mindset is good, we can really capitalize from this market. There's over $7 trillion traded per day in the market, per day, with a T, trillion. So even if you got a 0.0001% of that, I think that's like 70 million or something like that. It's crazy. Even if you've got the smallest percentage of that, it's crazy, right? So we have to understand that it is a great industry to be able to create an income from. But how do we get over all the noise? How do we overcome all of that? And that's what I want to touch on. First of all, I want to start off with asking, how did the Forex industry become so popular? Now, Forex has been around for a long time. I think it really started to gain traction early 90s. People started to trade a lot more, and I think it was very different back then, but people were learning to trade. Today, of course, it's a big part of a lot of entrepreneurs. They either learn to trade or learn to invest. So moving on from that, where I touched upon social media and its influence on Forex, it's been good and bad. Now, the good, first of all, actually, no, I want to start off with the bad. The bad is that there is so many fucking idiots on social media promoting bullshit. Like, you get that message about Bitcoin, you get that message about someone going to be able to flip your account in like 2 days or something like that, and it's just like chill out, man. Like, for someone who's young, for someone who is new to the industry, or young to the industry, should I say, you don't know what's right and what's wrong. And for me, I did get caught in a couple of traps. It was more so signal services. I paid I think at the time it was like 0.5 or 0.5 Bitcoins for a signal service, and shit like that, 0.5 Bitcoins would be worth quite quite a decent amount right now, right? I think Bitcoin's at like 60K. So, I paid basically 30 grand for a signal service that didn't work. Well, at the time, it was Bitcoin was nowhere near that price at the time, but you know, I think that was like 3 years ago. But I did these things, right? We're all gonna go through that mistake. Now, a lot of people go through that mistake, but you can avoid it. Now, coming back to social media, there's so many people on there. There's so many Instagram influencers. There's so many people promoting Forex. There's so many people posting charts and stuff. And I used to be one of them because I used to be in a network marketing company which promoted a Forex course. And I used to be that person. Now, I'm not bashing the company I was with. They helped me in so many beautiful ways. It's just I knew when I had to part ways with them. And obviously now I'm doing my own thing and just focusing on trading and creating an income from that. But social media can have such a poor influence, and there's so much noise on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook that you don't know what to trust. You don't know what information is right. There's so many dream sellers. There's fake courses. There's copycats of courses. There's people copying other traders and then bashing them so that they don't do well. It's like they're trying to tear down someone else's building instead of building a taller one. It was just all this shit is happening on social media, and it's just there's a lot more noise these days. Like we see on YouTube, like if you click in a investment related video, there's going to be some eToro ad or some random guy saying Nathan made $200 yesterday, and it's just like you don't know who to trust. You don't know what's right. You don't know what's wrong. If someone says this strategy works, someone says that strategy works. You get my point, right? Social media is too much noise on there. You'll get overwhelmed, right? And that leads me on to then talking about some of the information that's out there for free, right? We're talking about baby pips and people posting these YouTube videos about trend lines and all this stuff. Like, there's so much information out there that's either just the wrong information, which is put out there by the banks, like especially certain books that talk about trading strategies. Those information in those books have been put out by banks. Now, the banks do not want you to win. The banks have never wanted anyone to win. They trade your money in the foreign exchange market, and they don't even tell you about it. The information that they put in the books is not real. They put it in there so that they can catch even more traders out when they start trading, right? This whole trend line and support resistance stuff, in my eyes, is complete bullshit. I tried it never worked for me. Now, if it works for you, it's great. I'm not saying it's wrong and it shouldn't be used. If it works for you, you need to just lock in and forget what I'm saying. You don't need to listen to me. You can leave the video if you want. I don't really care. But if it works for you, again, cut out the noise. If I'm part of that noise, cut out the noise. If it works for you, it works for you. That's it. It's mainly about finding something that works for you. Having said that, there is a lot of information that just doesn't work, unfortunately, and it's out there for free, and people are thinking that they can use this information. Now, 10% of traders make it all the way. Why is that? It's persistence. That's all it is. It's persistence. Persistence, vision, goal, discipline, consistency, self-development, commitment. These words that have great emotional impact when we hear it. It either makes us anxious or it makes us more inspired, or even both. These are the reasons why the 10% make it. The right information, the right mentors, the right people, being able to cut out the noise, all of these things. That is how the 10% of people make it. And it's about treating that Forex industry like a business, treating your Forex like a business. Because here's the thing, guys, the way it's advertised, the way that people talk about it is that, you can make 20 grand. I made 20 grand in like 10 minutes, or I made 20 grand yesterday. And it's just like, it gets people into this gambling mentality that it can become very addicting. It happened to me when I first started trading. I blew a lot of money, and I had this gambling mentality because I could see so many other people making so much money. I was like, I want to throw all my money in and be able to make that money straight away and be able to flip my account 10x fold and all this kind of stuff. And it's just, I was gambling my money away. I wasn't using a strategy. I wasn't treating it like a business. I wasn't journaling. I wasn't doing this, that, and the third. And, what happened over time was I just lost all my money. I lost a lot of money. I didn't make anything back, and it was just like I was gambling shit away. And there was a period of time where I was making money, but it was like a 3-4 month streak of successful gambling. That's what it was. Guys and girls, if I could sum it up, I would say that all of this social media, all of the nonsense that's out there, all the courses, the noise, it's giving people a sense of false belief and expectations about the industry. And so when people start and it doesn't meet their false beliefs and expectations, they quit. And then they start bashing it. And then more and more people just don't get into it. They have this predisposition in their mind about it being a scam, or it just doesn't work, or it's really hard. And so when they get into it and it doesn't work, they're like, oh, it's a scam anyways. That's what people said. It's hard, too hard anyway, so there's no point. Just to add to that, the millennial generation is really getting involved with this the most, I would say. Out of all the generations, it's the millennial generation. And the thing is, this doesn't just apply to millennials, this applies to even the older generations, is that we are in this dopamine-filled, instant gratificational society and world right now where everything's at our fingertips. We want to order something, Amazon, 2 minutes later, it's ordered and it's here for next day delivery. We want to shop for something, whether it be grocery shopping, it can be delivered to your door. You want to search something, it's straight on the internet. Everything's at our fingertips and we get it straight away, and it gives us this dopamine hit every single fucking time. And what happens is that mentality, if that's used in the Forex market, it will destroy you. That instant gratification mindset will destroy you. And that comes from just over time, there's YouTube, there's social media, there's TV, there's so many different things. It's ruining, it's already deteriorating your mind. And so when it comes down to trading, it's like you need the complete opposite of that. You can't have instant gratification. You can't have this need to have dopamine hit all the time. You can't have that. It needs to be the complete opposite to that. But the thing is, because we're in that society of instant gratification and we want things yesterday, not now anymore. It's not that we want things now. We want things yesterday. And because we want things yesterday, it doesn't work like that in trading. This is why people lose when they don't see the results in 2 to 3 months. They just quit. And even if they don't see results in a year, they quit. I felt like quitting so many times. But I realized, I was like, look, trading, when it comes down to businesses and stuff, trading itself, it probably takes the longest to actually get profitable at. This is what I realized. Through studying different people. They all said, even the successful individuals that really made like millions from it, they said it takes a very long time. And you got to be willing to be standing the test of time. That's for any business, but especially with Forex. The crazy thing is that if we don't control that, the whole instant gratification thing, you start gambling and you start gambling your money away. And it becomes addicting and you got to get out of that addiction. So I've spoken about all these things, guys. Now you're probably wondering, what the hell do I do to overcome all of this? Like, Zane, where do I start? Look, what can you do to make it work for you? And this really is the reason why I made this video. I wanted to get through all of that to really share with you, holy shit, this is what's going on right now, especially when it comes down to social media and the whole instant gratification world we live in. Those two are the biggest cruxes when it comes down to people making success in trading. Now, how can you join that 10%? Am I part of that 10% yet? I'll be honest with you. Right now, no. But guess what? 2 years of trading where I was blowing, I think I've blown maybe 20 or 30 different trading accounts, probably more than that. I'm at that point where I'm consistently making money, but it's very small amounts. But guess what? I fucking appreciate that because I know it's part of the journey. I know that it's progress. I know that I'm getting better. I understand the markets more, and I've cut out all the noise, and I'm really honed in and focused on what I'm doing right now. I'm treating it like a business. What am I doing? I'm journaling. I'm doing all these things. So let me talk about this now towards the end to wrap up. What can you do to make it work for you? First of all, you want to cut out the noise. You want to cut out the noise. Now, cutting out the noise is difficult because you don't know what the noise is sometimes. You want to make sure you're not impulsive with this. What I want you to do is do your research. Don't watch other people's videos and recommendations on certain courses and stuff. Don't do any of that. Oh, what do I think about IM Academy? What do I think about eToro? No, forget all of that, because that's their opinion. That's not your opinion. You haven't experienced it yet. That's one person's opinion or two people's opinion. I'll tell you right now, there's someone that I'm studying from right now is actually, believe it or not, it's free content on YouTube, but I never found it until someone shared it with me. His content is what I'm studying right now. And a lot of people bash this individual, but when I study him and when I listen to him, I understand that he is the OG. I'm going to give some recommendations towards the end. Again, it's up to you who you want to go and study from. But I will give some recommendations towards the end. But I want you to cut out the noise. Do your research and use your due diligence. Use your due diligence. Be a leader for yourself right now. You have that capability. Don't let someone else lead you through their opinions of their YouTube videos and their articles and all this stuff. Lead your own journey. This is your journey. Don't let me lead you. Let yourself lead yourself. This is just me sharing an opinion, sharing what I personally feel about the market. There could be someone else that talks about something completely different in the next video you watch. Again, you don't have to take everything I say to heart and go and apply it. Just take what you feel like is what makes sense to you. And what doesn't make sense, that's great. Whatever makes sense from someone else and that doesn't make sense from someone else, go and use that information. It's what makes sense to you in your common sense corner, in your heart, in your gut. Lead your own life. Do the research. Find who's reliable. Find who teaches the right information. Again, that's going to come through trial and error, guys. You're not going to get it right the first time. And I'm here to tell you it's okay. You're not going to get it right the first time. You might go with the wrong person. You might study the wrong strategy. Guys, I've studied hundreds of different strategies which never worked for me. It's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of sifting through dirt. But at the same time, if you can avoid some of the mistakes, that's even better. But there are some mistakes I'm going to sit here and tell you you're going to have to go through. You're going to have to go through losing money. You're going to have to go through getting it wrong. You're going to have to go through using the wrong strategy. You're going to have to go through maybe even getting scammed. To go through picking up the wrong course. You're going to have to go through getting the wrong mentor. You're going to go through it, but it gives you learning experiences. And that I can't say that you can avoid. As much as I would sit here and love for you to be able to avoid that, I know I'm only taking away from your journey, and that wouldn't add any value to you. You might need to go through some of that, but are you willing to? That's the question. I had no idea what was ahead of me. I just knew I was willing to do what it took. I didn't fully commit until this year, even though I said I did kind of commit full time in that sense. That meant sort of looking at the charts every day. But again, I was not treating it like a business. So you're going to get it wrong a lot of the time, and that's cool. Again, you're going to be like that in trading. You're never going to be 100% right all the time. So when it comes down to trading, you're going to have to be okay to lose. You're going to have to be okay to not get a perfect entry and a perfect exit point and stuff like that. That's all part of trading. I'm still doing things to overcome that because this old identity of mine was perfectionist. He wanted it to be right all the time, but I'm learning to let go of that now. For you now is, I'll give you some recommendations. So look, there's a guy called, this is from Mindset. Now, I don't know about his strategy. I don't know how good that strategy is, but he uses trend lines, and I'm not really a fan of that, but I'm not saying it's wrong. Again, his mindset though, it really, really helped me. He's got a lot of things relating to mindset in Forex, mindset in trading, and the channel is called Falcon FX. Now, look, before I say anything, I am not endorsed by these people. I have not studied in their courses. I don't know these people. I get nothing from it. I am sharing this with you because I genuinely feel like this can help you. Falcon FX. His mindset really helps. He allowed me to start treating my trading like a business. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing that. He helped me treat my trading like a business. What does that mean? Think about how a multi-millionaire would run their multi-million-dollar business. And then I just started doing that. So it was, journaling. It was self-reviews. It was more journaling. It was keeping a score of my trades. It was back testing data. It was reviewing every week. It was reviewing the day and all of these kind of things. And he starts talking about that in his videos, which can really help you develop that next stage of yourself in trading. So he's definitely one guy. And in terms of the strategy that I use, it's from a guy called Inner Circle Trading, or ICT. Now, excuse me. He's been trading for 25, 30 years as a mentor, and what he teaches in trading, he is fucking amazing, guys. I'm telling you. Just pay attention to what he teaches. He does tend to elaborate a lot on his videos as well, which is very good because it helps you get the details. And his work, he's the original gangster. He is the OG. Learn from him. All this information from all these other courses that talk about smart money and order blocks and all of that, right? They're just copying it from him. He came up with the information himself. He is the original. He is the mentor of other people's mentors. That's what he puts in his bio, and I truly do believe that after studying his content now for some time. He's got about 200 videos. I think through about 50 or 60 of them. I've still got a long way to go. I want to watch all of his videos, and I've been applying his information ever since, and it's just helped me drastically on the markets. And so I would definitely recommend him. Those are the only two recommendations I would give. I literally listen to those two people, and I don't listen to anyone else when it comes down to Forex. That's it. I don't listen to anyone else because I cut out all the noise. Now for you, it could be someone else. It could be someone completely different, but those are my two recommendations. Listen to those two people. And I'm going to leave you with this, guys. Go all in. Go all in and do whatever it takes. Like, if you guys watched Avengers Endgame, right, where Steve Rogers gives that little speech before they go down into the time machine. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. That's one of my mottos. It's crazy, and I literally got it from the movie. That's one of my mottos. Whatever it takes. Go all in. Treat your trading like a business. Treat it like a multi-million-dollar business. That's how you'll stop gambling. Go all in. Spend time. Don't think about the money. Think about the process. Study. Become a better trader. Become a better person. Work on yourself. Work on your mindset. Work on your habits. Do all of those things. Become a better version of yourself to then match the income which you desire. It will come. Focus on that process. Biggest thing, guys, is to not give up. And time. It will take time. And so, stay patient. Stay diligent. Stay focused. Cut out the bullshit. Cut out the noise. And you will be on your way. You will be part of that 10%. And with that being said, guys, I appreciate you all tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Much love and peace.